Hey guys, if you want to put your logo on anything that has a texture like this, where you want to retain all of the details in the blades of grass, we can put your logo on and reposition it. And most of the time, people will try to do an overlay, and sometimes that works. But see, the colors actually shift in the hue. And what we want to do is, instead of doing an overlay or a multiply mode, we want to take a track matte and we'll track matte it to the bottom layer. And we'll click this alpha matte and set it to Luma matte. So now anything that is behind the logo is going to show. So we can shift this over and see just the layer that's going to show. But if we duplicate this, we want to see the background. So we'll enable the eyepiece, and this will now see the logo. And it looks pretty good just starting off the bat. But we're not ready yet. First, we want to bring up the luminance and the saturation on this logo. So what we can do is we can put a levels adjustment, and when you mess with this black input, it will bring in more detail in the bottom layer, which is the grass right here. So if we just shift this over, we can get a little bit more detail in the grass and play with these black levels, right? And now what we can do is also add a hue and saturation, and let's boost the saturation up like that. Yep. Then we can add a little bit of the Gaussian blur just to soften this up so it doesn't feel like it's separate, just like that, because everything else is. And that's how you'll put your logo on your background. And now we need to separate the players. We can duplicate the layer, put it on top. We'll rename this players. And then we'll just add a linear color key. And we'll key out the green. And that should put the players on top of the logo. Now, if you have a logo with the white and black and colors, once you actually change this to Luma, it will put it on your field or your background of any choice, and you'll notice that all the blacks are faded as well. Now, this is a good look, but if you don't like that and you want to bring the blacks in, all you have to do is take your layer, duplicate it, bring it below the layer of your logo, and then take off the track matte, and you can just add a, you can just go to mode, darken, and it'll take the blacks, and it will just make them a lot darker. And if you don't like how dark that is, you can just hit T, see the opacity, maybe take it down to 60%, and you've got a lot darker of a logo that stands and pops out a little bit more. So I hope that helps. And if you want to add something cool, you can take your mask tool and swipe like this and make it kind of look like it's painted on. Well, we'll want to copy that mask, put that on both. Add a stroke. And then do your stroke to mask 1. And then you'll reveal the original image. And as you take your brush size, it will stroke on like that. So I would, if you take your brush size and increase it until your entire logo is seen, then you can take the end here, go to 0%, go to the beginning of your timeline, keyframe it from the end, and then maybe 2 seconds in, you can put the end to 100%, and now it will swipe in just like that. And because we had the layer below it, you're going to have to take that effect and also put it on your darken layer so that your darken layer also, so your blacks also show. That's how you animate it on.